wrestling fans, F and true followers, and members of the WWC. Brian Crazy here with F and brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com. Thanks for tuning in once again. I am back with another WrestleMania retro review for you guys. Me and my broadcast partner JC Styles on this channel, F and True Wrestling, will be reviewing several WrestleMania events before WrestleMania 28 takes place on April 1st. WrestleMania 15 was a great event. It took place March 28, 1999 from the First Union Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Attendance was 20,276. It was sold out. It was a packed crowd. And once the night started going, the crowd was really into this event. So we saw a couple matches on Sunday Night Heat before WrestleMania started at 8 o'clock. If you guys aren't familiar with WWF's Sunday Night Heat, it was a program that aired every Sunday night from 7 to 8, originally on the USA Network. Then it got switched to MTV, became a webcast, and unfortunately it was canceled. Before SmackDown came on the air, Sunday Night Heat helped further the storylines that were being built on Raw. Even after SmackDown came into play, Sunday Night Heat was still shown, but it was more kind of like how Superstars is today. You got to see some of the C-to-B talent, so to speak. Still a good show. Don't get me wrong. I did enjoy Heat, and I do miss it. It was nice to be able to just throw on an hour of wrestling on Sunday night if you weren't doing anything. So, for the two matches on Sunday Night Heat, Jacqueline with Terry Runnels defeated Ivory with D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown and Test won a 21-man battle royal to become the #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championship. They will face the Tag Team Champions, Jarrett, and Owen Hart later in the night. For the first match of the night, this is after Boyz II Men sing America the Beautiful. We see an incredible video with Classy Freddie Blassie hyping the event that we're about to see. Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler introduced, and then we go into the first match. Hardcore Holly defeated Billy Gunn and Al Snow. Billy Gunn was the defending champion going into this match. This match was for the WWF Hardcore Championship. These guys sure brought it. It was a great opening match. Hardcore Holly walked out as the WWF Hardcore Champion. For the second match of the night, Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett, which was a great tag team that was just, due to Owen's tragic death, you know, it was just too soon. It just definitely was too soon. I remember I didn't get to see Over the Edge that night. I did hear, you know, I was up late that night. I couldn't sleep. I heard it that a wrestler passed away. And, you know, I actually stayed up even longer to wait to see who it was on the news. And, you know, as soon as they said Owen Hart, my heart just dropped. This was a great match, though. Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett put on a wrestling clinic. They defeated the team of Test and D'Lo Brown, who won that battle royal earlier in the night. Ivory was with D'Lo Brown. Deborah came out with Jeff Jarrett. These divas were arguing at ringside, and Test and D'Lo Brown just could not get along and form a cohesive unit to go against one of the best oil tag teams at this point, Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett. It was a great match. Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett were successful, and they walked out the WWF Tag Team Champions. For the third match of the night, the winner of the 1998 Brawl for All, Bart Gunn, who Bart Gunn defeated Bob Holly in the first round, Dr. Death Steve Williams in the second round, The Godfather in the third round, and Bradshaw in the final round to win the 1998 Brawl for All. He went against Butterbean. Butterbean knocked Bart Gunn out in the first round, and it was over as soon as it started. It was not a long contest, and I really hoped that, I remember watching this, and I really hoped that Bart Gunn was going to be the underdog, because Butterbean was huge, and of course he had that force behind him, but I was hoping that, you know, the smaller guy, the underdog, was going to pick up the win. That wasn't the case. Butterbean won the Brawl for All at WrestleMania 15. Then we go into the fourth match of the night. This is Mankind going against The Big Show. The winner of this match will become the referee for the main event later on in the night between Stone Cold Steve Austin and the defending WWF champion, The Rock. Mankind defeated The Big Show by disqualification after Big Show just decimated Mankind. He ended up slamming him through 2 chairs. Mankind was stretchered out of the arena. Out comes Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon has words for The Big Show. The Big Show doesn't want to hear it, and he lays him out. This is when McMahon calls the cops on The Big Show, and later on in the night, there's actually a segment where The Big Show is arrested. He is taken away by, it looks like, the whole police force of Philadelphia. But Philadelphia is a big city, so I'm sure they do have a lot of police. But, I mean, there was a lot of cops. I mean, there was probably 15 to 20 police officers that came for The Big Show. It was actually pretty good. So, Mankind should be the referee, but unfortunately, he's just been carted away. The Big Show's being taken to the hospital. I mean, the Big Show's being arrested. Mankind just got carted away to the hospital. Vince McMahon interjects and says that he is going to be the special guest referee later on in the night. Then we go into the next match. This is for the Intercontinental Championship. Road Dogg Jesse James, who is the defending Intercontinental Champion going into the match, picks up the win over Ken Shamrock, Goldust, who's accompanied by the Blue Meanie, and Ryan Shamrock, Val Venus. It was a great match. It was a four corners elimination match. It was fast-paced. It was about 10 minutes long. We saw a lot of offense from all of the competitors, and Road Dogg was successful. He walked out as the Intercontinental Champion. For the sixth match of the night, sixth match on WrestleMania, this would be the 8th overall match of the night. Kane with Chyna defeated Triple H by disqualification. A few weeks back, Chyna turned on Triple H and D-Generation X and joined Kane in the corporation. At this event, it looked like Chyna was going back home to D-Generation X when she turned on Kane and sided with Triple H once again. But later on in the night, during Shane versus X-Pac, Triple H and Chyna both joined the corporate team. So, we saw Kane pick up the win by disqualification. Before this match even started, Pete Rose tried to gain some revenge from the previous year where he got tombstoned by Kane. He ended up eating another tombstone. Then we go into Sable. Goes against Tori. Tori started off as a plant in the crowd. She ended up turning into kind of a stalker. Kind of not really similar to the Mickie James stalker angle, but she was a stalker nonetheless. These two end up fighting at WrestleMania. Sable's victorious and picked up the win. Then we go into the 8th match of the night. Pre-match, we see a segment with D-Generation X acting like they are stronger than ever, but really, in Triple H and Chyna's head, they know they're jumping to the corporate team at the end of this match. We see Patterson and Briscoe try to pick up the attack on X-Pac as he's making his way to the ring. This is after the defending Shane McMahon, who is the defending European champion, already made his way to the ring. X-Pac goes right after McMahon, and this is where Triple H and Chyna interject themselves. Shane McMahon ends up picking up the win. Triple H and Chyna are firmly in the corporate team. This solidified Triple H's heel turn. The 9th match of the night, which will be fought in Hell in a Cell, pin The Undertaker against the Big Boss Man. This match ended when the Brood came rappelling down from the ceiling, put the noose down through the top of the cage, and Big Boss Man was hung from the Hell in a Cell. I never saw anything like this. I was watching this, I was like, is this even legal to do? I mean, that's how over the top the Monday Night Wars were. A lot of fans still yearn for that, but you have to realize the WWF started off as a PG product and they're returning to that so they can appeal a broader fan base. If you were running a business and you were having a hard time pulling in a certain demographic, wouldn't you broaden your appeal? I mean, honestly. And don't say that you go to work not to make money. They're a business. They have to make money. They have to turn a profit. They have to be responsible to their shareholders. Even they are a public company now. They have been since 1999. That's actually the year this WrestleMania took place. So we saw Undertaker pick up the win, and like I said, that was an amazing end. I was just, I was on the edge of my seat, like, wow, did I really just see that? And then for the main event, this was great. Right before the main event, Vince McMahon comes out. You think he is going to be the referee. The commissioner, HBK Shawn Michaels, at this point, who we have not seen for months, comes out. This is after his face was put through a windshield back in the month of January. He comes out. He announces that McMahon needs to get to step and he is not going to be the referee. An official WWF official comes out. They go through 4 referees. Mick Foley makes his way back from the hospital to referee this contest. We see numerous rock bottoms, Stone Cold Stunners, announce tables destroyed. It was an incredible main event. Stone Cold Steve Austin is victorious, defeats The Rock to regain the World Wrestling Federation Championship. I did enjoy this event, and it was sure a walk down memory lane watching it. I can't wait to watch another pay-per-view and bring you guys another retro review. Please drop your comments below. Thanks for checking out this video. If you guys followed the show in the last few weeks, I've been trying to kick this really bad cold, and I do have to apologize if my voice and my throat are just a little off today. I know I've been stammering on a few words just because my throat is killing me, and my sinuses are just so clogged. Unfortunately, the weather here in Connecticut and the whole northeastern part of the United States has been pretty crazy We were affected by a hurricane, then we were affected by a really early winter storm in October. We went about 6 days last year without power, and we never lose power in this part of the state. I'm very close to a downtown area. It's only a town of 40,000, but I'm pretty close to the downtown area, so power is usually not an issue. But with the weather and just everything that's been going on, one day it's 20 degrees, one day it's 40 degrees, one day it's snowing, one day it's sunny, and last week we had a day that was 61 degrees. Last night it was like 20, and with 15, 20-mile-an-hour winds. I know the wind wasn't too bad, but it was just cold. You go from cold to hot, it just wreaks total havoc on you. But thanks for checking out this video. Thanks for checking out all the great channels that make up the effing brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com. Please check out my buddies over at Most Extreme Wrestling, Crystal and Chronix. They were recently featured on WWE's first episode of Download on their new revamped YouTube channel. That show is hosted by Dolph Ziggler. I'm very happy that they were able to make it onto that show and get recognized. Any reaction is a good reaction. I saw these guys when they were still in their infancy. They have grown to almost 700 subscribers, and they've done it through hard work and determination. They are a great team, and anything we could have done here at F and True Wrestling to help further them, I hope that we were able to do, and I hope we continue to do. Same goes out to We Are Pro Wrestling, my buddy James. He produces great content. Please check him out. He does a very cool thing. He does reviews of pay-per-views, events, whatever have you, and he gives you his ratings. And really, check him out. I really enjoy his stuff. Also, check out all the great members of the F and True Click. They are listed on our main channel page. Yet again, this is the F and brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com. My name is Brian Crazy. Thanks for bearing with me. Please comment below. Can't wait to hear your feedback, and have a great afternoon.